Got to do it with your left. Get it back over. Good, AB. That's a big-time take, AB. Good. Nice job. Now, whenever Stella's ready, Stella can come and set it for you. All right, here we go. Ready? Let's go.
Welcome back to Pitt Beyond the Script. Very happy to be joined now by Lance White, the women's basketball coach. Coach White, just checking in, first of all, how are things going compared to where you thought they might be going at this point of the season?
Yeah, we knew, all along. We brought in 7 new kids this year, and as you transform that roster, and that we knew there'd be some growing pains, and in many ways, this is like my first year. Is that now you have your kids that now have to, as freshmen and young kids, everything is new, and so all of the teaching, all of the development, everything's been new. And so it takes a little bit of time to develop that chemistry, develop that cohesion on the court. But I'm really excited about the future of where we're going. And this group is having to make so many other mistakes under the bright lights rather than in a practice gym, which is hard. But at the same time, you gain valuable experience that they can use for a long time. Yeah, much better.
And there was an important distinction in there, because I think a lot of people think of this as your second year, but really this is your first chance to get your recruits in. And we'll talk a little bit about the young ladies you have playing on your team, but that is important, right? I mean, you want to get your people that play your style of basketball.
Yeah, absolutely, and it is. I want to play a fast game and an athletic game, and I think that's what being in the ACC is all about. You have elite players that are playing, great basketball at a high level, and that's what we have to get to. Again, we're relying on a lot of young, new kids to do that they have a lot of stuff that they just don't know yet. You don't know what you don't know. And so now as they're learning that, and but they're getting really, really close. I'm really pleased with their development and their growth, and we just got to continue to grow.
Let's talk about some of those newcomers. Game in and game out. Amber Brown, I think, has got a half a dozen double-doubles. She's really been terrific.
Yeah, she has, and and again, so many of these players, you see them in high school settings and AAU settings, and you really don't know what they can do at this level, but her competitiveness and her ability to rebound the ball has really, really helped us. And she's defensive mindset, and which really at this level it's a lot. If you can come in with that mindset right away, offense will come as you gain more experience and more skills. But really pleased with her ability to get double-doubles and just be ferocious on that defensive end.
And speaking of defense, Rita Igbokwe, who some are calling Rita Igblockway, right?
Exactly. Which, again, for a kid who hasn't played basketball very long, we knew that she would be raw, and but she's been phenomenal. And and I think as ACC play has come along, she just keeps getting better, and and with her size and athleticism, and now she's really understanding of to run and rebound and then block as many shots as she can and really control the paint. She's going to have a great career for us.
And Daishanette Harris, another freshman who's been impressive.
Yeah, she has. And again, really trying to force her to be a point guard at the ACC level. That's hard. It's really hard to come in as a freshman and understand of how you run an offense and still create for yourself. But she's a dynamic player, and she's going to be a great point guard in our conference and for Pitt for many years to come. And it is. I think she had one of her best games that she's had all year the other night, and I think she's going to continue to do that as we continue to get better.
And you mentioned 7 newcomers. Gabby Green comes via the junior college ranks as well.
Yeah, we got 2 junior college kids, and Gabby Green and Marcella, both of those kids come from the junior college ranks and just now are kind of understanding it. But again, as you come into a new system, you're still a freshman. Is that everything's new, but Gabby can shoot it, been great on the defensive end for us. But again, I think that nucleus and to have a year and go through the ACC season is really going to help us as we prepare for the future.
When you look at the teams, you look at the scores, North Carolina, Miami, Notre Dame, Boston College, you've been so close in so many games. How much of that do you chalk up to learning experience and youth on your team versus going against some more experienced squads?
Yeah, it is. Every time you see those rosters and you see senior, junior, and then we're with those freshmen, it is. You can't ever take the space of experience, and and so we're gaining experience. And and for our kids, it's being in those moments. You can't simulate it in practice as well without having leadership and having those kids who have done it year after year. Our kids are having to learn that and trust us as coaches to try to put them in those situations, but until you actually go through it, you don't know what it feels like. And so now they're gaining it. I'm really excited about it. We have growth every game, and we've just got to continue to do that.
And you're going through the ACC, which is always tough. It's extremely grueling. The basketball is at a very high level. What are you expecting to see? What are you hoping to see the rest of the year? And how do you make sure the kids keep their confidence level up?
Yeah, that's the hardest challenge, for us right now is that, we see huge growth, from where we started to a month ago to 2 weeks ago. And, but we're not seeing the end result, which is a win. And so trying to keep those kids engaged and, in their process of, it's got to be a growth mindset, and it's got to be where we continue to grow. Our skills have to get better. Our cohesion on the offensive and defensive end has to continue to get better. And so we've really tried to focus as much as we can on our growth as opposed to the end result. And then as we get better and have more experience, then we can deal with those other aspects of it. But we just got to continue to get better.
Well, it's been exciting to watch the progress of the young players. Coach White, thanks very much. Best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you so much. Hell to Pitt.
All right, stick around. We still have more to come. Another chat with Coach Jeff Capel of the men's basketball team when we resume on Pitt Beyond the Script.
Let's do it.
Here we go. Good job, guys.
What do we got?
Love y'all on three. 1, 2, 3. Love y'all.